Hello everybody out there in the music violin community. This is Mike coming at your Soldier 777. It's been a while since I had a video. So let's get right to it. A couple of things I'd like to mention. A while back there I posted an intro, the new intro to my channel. I'm going to try to figure out how to get that uploaded to the beginning of this video. If I can't figure it out, you may see this video posted without that intro. If I have any trouble, I may have to reach out to one of you guys to help me out there. So I just figured let you know that up front. In addition, went to a vinyl fair that happened locally, back I believe around November 7th, I think it was. And there wasn't much there that I wanted. I did pick up Kerry Livgren Seeds of Change vinyl for around $5 Canadian, which is around $4. No, I think it's $6 Canadian, about $4 or $5 American. I listened to it. It's an okay album. I don't have it to show you because I sold it there earlier this week to someone else. So I got that bundled up, packaged up, ready to be shipped out. Another pickup I had came in the mail was, and this is a new band I'm getting it. Well, not a new band, but I've heard these guys back in 2000. But I'm recently really getting into them. I really like this band. It's Narnia the Awakening. That's another pickup I had. Great album, great band. I got more of their albums on order. By the way, pretty much most of their discography. But this is a great album. If you like Yngwie Malmsteen and that neoclassical vibe, you'll like Narnia Awakening. They're a Swedish band. Started out around 95, 96 in that period. This is a 98 release. It's their debut album. And next one, Long Live the King, is their next one. And I heard that one too. It was a great album online. If you like I said, neoclassical metal, like Yngwie Malmsteen, you'll definitely like Narnia. I encourage you guys to check them out. The lead singer, Christian Lillgren, was in Miles Attraction. Gerda Records recently reissued all the Miles Attraction CDs. I may get those too. I haven't saw it yet. But yeah, great album, great band. I didn't really care for them before, but for some reason, I'm really getting into them. That's like me with some bands. I may have heard bands like, several years ago or a few years ago, and it's okay. It's okay. And then for some reason, I listen to the music again and give them another chance, and I really like them. And I'm kind of like that with bands. Some bands don't take right away, and other ones I like right away. So Narnia is one of those bands. So that's my two pickups. Also, I got a little cheat sheet I'm looking at here, trying to see. Okay, so the only thing I can mention is that I've been going through a sort of Bloodgood kick, and since Kevin Whistler passed away, which is unfortunate, but of course he's in a better place. He's in glory right now, enjoying his Sabbath. He's in a better place. I watched this video as a sort of little tribute to Kevin Whistler, the documentary on Bloodgood and Trenches of Rock. It was a great documentary with a history of the band. I bought this back when I got this back around a year or two ago, and I watched it again there a couple weeks ago. Great documentary about the entire band's history. So of course Kevin was on this was on video. I can't remember if he was interviewed, but they show clips him playing drums live, and he's a really great drummer. And anyway, Kevin passed away on November 5th due to complications related to cancer. And even on his deathbed, he was witnessing to the staff at the hospital. That shows you what kind of warrior he is for Christ. Witnessing to people. That's awesome. So, and also too, now we're going to get into the wet spinning section now. There right now. And like I said, I recently spun this. This is another, like I said, another great video. And also I spun this album, Bloodgood. It's the self-titled debut, which is the Gerda Records reissue. And I got to tell you something. what a great album. Rob Collar, when he remastered the album, really has a great chunky bottom end, which is awesome. Now, when I listen to this record, right, I find the first part of the album starts off slow to me. The sounds are good, but after listening to this album, I realized something. The only song to me that's lacking is Demon on the Run. I can't get that song. But all the other 9 songs are brilliant. I mean, Set the Lamb, Stand the Light, Anguish of Pain, Awake, Soldier of Peace, You Lose, Was Falling in the Grave, Killing the Beast, and Black Snake. I think what they should have done is start off the album with a bang and maybe rearrange the songs a bit. I think the Set the Lamb is a great opener. It sort of got that modern hard rock metal vibe. But I think they should have probably put Stand the Light, probably the 3rd song, and maybe had a upbeat tempo song, probably Soldier of Peace, probably as the next song, and then maybe Awake, something to keep the tempo going, and then rearrange the songs a bit. But other than that, if this album never had Demon on the Run and just the other 9 songs, it'd be a solid album. That's Demon on the Run's the only song I can't get into as much as the other ones. But after hearing the songs, and I didn't really like, I didn't like it, but I thought Stand the Light was an okay song. But after hearing the record on this, that song moved up a notch in terms of the great song. This one now, like all the 9 songs, except for Demon on the Run, was a sort of okay song. Great album. I mean, you can't go wrong with this. I mean, this is just a phenomenal album. This is, of course, got this on the colored vinyl. So yeah, this is. I mean, Bloodgood is one of my favorite bands. I mean, you can't go around this band. And this is one of the early bands I got into back in '86, '87. One of the first bands I got into, because the very first, or some of the first bands that I got into back in '85, '86 was Petra, Daniel Van Jerusalem, Rez Band, and Striper. And then the next batch of bands was in '86, '87 was Bloodgood, Barren Cross, Messiah, Prophet, Saint, and Leviticus. And so, and that was the next wave of bands. And this, I mean, Bloodgood is one of my favorite bands. So I can't say enough good things about the band Bloodgood. All right, so let's get to some more what's spinning. So here we have Sunbomb, which is the Michael Sweet and Tracy Gunn's album collaboration. Great album. I kind of like this project better than the Sweet and Lynch. I think this is is more of a different vibe. Hope to see Mike and Tracy do more albums of this with this kind of vibe. I don't like every song now, but definitely there are 6, 7 songs that really stand out to me. Almost got that. I shouldn't say it's straight out power metal, but it's got that leanings of the power metal, kind of like in a Priest kind of way. So yeah, it's great. Another band we get into recently, like Narnia. I first hear a band was okay, but really grew on me, is Mass. So here's the Mass best ones, which I got back this past summer or spring. It was a compilation of all their 80s albums. And then we had their latest one called When Two Worlds Collide, which came in 2018. Mass, another great band. And back in the day when Enigma Records had Mass on their label, they're one of like 4 or 5 great bands. Mass, Guardian, Striper, and Barren Cross. Awesome bands. Another band was on the label was Hurricane. I'm not familiar with Hurricane, but I heard they're a great band too. So there you have it. So yeah, Enigma Records back in the day had some great bands. Then we have Guardian, Fire and Love, another great album from Guardian. I mean, this came out in 1991, and great band. My favorite songs are Power and Love, Send a Message, Take on the World, Fire and Love, Turn Around, The Rain, Take Up Your Cross, which is a bonus track. Yeah, it's a great album from Guardian. I mean, premier hard rock metal band. There you have it. So then we have Shout, In Your Face, another great album. I mean, can't go wrong with Shout. I mean, Tamplin, just everything it touches is gold. Even some of his mellower stuff. It's great stuff. There you have it. Here we have again Ken Tamplin, Exogrind. Another awesome, great album. I mean, this came out when Shout was sort of on hiatus or broke up. He did his solo album Exogrind. He had a lot of friends in the music business on this album. I believe he had Joey Tafola of Jan Panzer, Mark St. John, who was in Kiss at one point, Leonard Cordola, who was in Gorfia and House of Lords. Leonard Cordola got saved through Ken Tamplin. Now Leonard Cordola is currently in Afghanistan doing music mission work. We have Chuck Wright, who's been in Pelletary and Quiet Riot. Ken Mary, who was in Pelletary and Alice Cooper, and of course then George Clooney, Ken Tamplin. A lot of great musicians involved in this album. Nice to have a all-star lineup. And I guess with Ken, with his connections in the rock business, he has some great friends in the business. So some tears. Then we have Ken Tamplin, Soul Survivor. Just 1 second now. Drop something here. Then you have Ken Tamplin, Soul Survivor, which is another Girder reissue. Then we have Ken Tamplin, The Witness Box, came out in 95. Soul Survivor came out in 91. Another Girder reissue, so I'm listing of those. Then we have Where Love Is. This is the original pressing from Gemma, I think, Krim. It was a German pressing. This is not hard rock like Norman puts it. This is more like adult contemporary. A lot of great melodic songs here. That's sort of more like adult contemporary funk. Maybe a little bit of bluegrass. No, not really bluegrass. No, flamenco, I meant to say. A little bit of flamenco type stuff. Little bit of funk, adult contemporary. Got some of that Spanish Latino vibe going through music as well. So yeah, great. Where Love Is. Definitely worth a while check out that. Then we have the awesome album from Joshua, or MPIRE, called Chapter 1. This is a great album. I mean, I encourage you guys to pick this up somewhere. This is an incredible album. MPIRE. Awesome album. This got 12 songs, and none of them is awesome. Concrete Jungle, You Want It All, Steady Weapon, Long Way to Heaven, Dark Days, Bad Man, Devil's Right Around Target. Awesome albums, songs. Then we got Messiah Prophet, Rock the Flock. Now, many of us think that Master Metal is their best one. And then when I listen to this album, this has some pretty good songs. It's probably not their best album. Of course, that goes Master Metal. But when you think about it, if they had the same production of this as they did a Master Metal, with maybe some slight song rearrangements, this can be a pretty good album. It's not bad. It's pretty good. I'll probably rank it about 6 out of 10 overall. But it's a strong effort for a debut album for a young band. So, Messiah Prophet, Rock the Flock, released in 1984. There you have it. And of course, I also listened to Bloodgood, the 2 live albums, Live American Shaping the World. These are awesome albums. I actually listened to these albums 2 or 3 weeks before, maybe not that long, maybe a couple weeks before Kevin Whistler passed away. And not knowing, I didn't know he had cancer until I saw Les Carlson interview with Era 312, the podcast with Rex, Mike, and Kent. So Les mentioned that Kevin Whistler was going through some kind of, I think he mentioned he was going through cancer treatments. So yeah, this is so Kevin really shows his light, his talent on these 2 albums. Awesome. So anyway, that's it. I pretty much showed you what I'm going to show you. What else? Oh, the other thing I was going to mention on my next upcoming videos. I'm gonna be running some themes, and 2 themes. One of them is, and I want you guys to respond down below. The first question is, what albums defined in your opinion, Christian metal or hard rock? Of course, hard rock ranges from, say, Jerusalem right up to, say, Deliverance, Tourniquet, and that kind of thing. That's what I call hard rock metal. And next thing is that I'm going to do a theme or segment called Ingrained in Your Brain. What that means is that what albums that you're so familiar with, you've listened to it over and over again through the years, that you know every song, every lick, every drum beat, every guitar solo, that's sort of embedded or ingrained in your brain. What albums that you've listened to? It could be a recent album, could be an old album back in the 80s and 90s and 70s. That is a favorite album of yours, and you listen to it a lot, or even if you don't listen to it a lot now, you did back then. But if you go back and listen to that album, it comes back fresh again, but still it's ingrained in your brain. So I want you guys to comment with those albums, and if I have those albums, if you comment those albums I have in my collection, I'll show those albums in a couple different episodes. So, and the albums that define Christian metal, I want to keep it between 1978 to 89, in that period. So in that 10 or 11 year period, in the heyday of the Christian hard rock and metal. What albums in your opinion define or help to kickstart Christian metal? I got a few albums in mind, but I want you guys to comment below. Maybe you guys can show your own video. That'd be great too, as to what albums define Christian metal. What albums if you were to hand an album to someone who wasn't familiar with Christian metal and say, listen to this album and let me know what you think, that probably encompasses the whole movement, that kind of thing. So comment below. Maybe you guys can show a video or your own little demonstration of albums that you like that define Christian metal, and maybe you can do a video of ingrained in your brain, as to what albums that are so much a part of you, growing up or back in the day, that you bought and you took it home and you're blown away. It could be the Holy Soldier debut album. It could be Saint Times End. It could be Jerusalem Warrior. That helps to define Christian hard rock and metal. Or they could be ingrained in your brain too. Who knows? But anyway, so so comment below, and all the best, and have a great day, and stay heavy, and turn on the drama and turn up the music. Have a great day. Bye now.